the new showroom and all of that is we actually created our own backend system. So if you look at like a lot of other places that use ShipStation to ship, we have our own shipping system that we have now. A lot of places are using like BigCommerce to host their website, well, to run their website on the back end and then hosting it on like an Amazon server. We still have it hosted on a normal server, but we own our back end. So when our shipping guys are like, man, I'm trying to hit that button to go to the next page, I really wish that button was a little bit bigger. Cool. We have our guy make that button 20% bigger. And that's a freedom that other companies don't have. You know, at any time of the day, especially we've seen it with like Shopify, they don't do business with gun companies anymore. So Shopify is the leading like website company out there. And for them to say, no, we can't do business, you lose access to a lot of tools, a lot of cool, like custom-built things for this type of business. So the fact that we have an in-house guy who creates all of that stuff for us is a huge deal. Means that if they decide they don't want to do business with us, great. We're not using your website. We're not using BigCommerce. We're not using any of the other big guys, all our stuff. Because of that, like I said, we get to fine-tune it, tailor it to what we want and need. And so before our system, we were boasting like a less than 1% error rate. With the system that we have now, we're at like a 0.001% error rate. We pretty much eliminated the human error of picking and shipping, which is super cool. As we walk down there, I'll kind of show you a little bit of the system. Our shipping guys have cameras now, so like Amazon, when they deliver your package, they send a picture of it to let you know it's there. We have a ton of people who are like, hey, I didn't get this box of ammo, or I didn't get this, the stock is the wrong color. Well, we kind of eliminated that possibility that there was a miscommunication there. So every time we ship an order before we pack it, our guys have iPads and they take a picture of it. So as we're packing your package, you are getting an email in your email box that says, hey, here's your order. And right then, like I said, we still do make mistakes. If you're like, man, that's blue and that should be red, typically our customers are on the ball and they're like, hey, I think you wrong my order, blah, blah, blah. And typically it's not errors like that. Sometimes it's like, hey, I scanned 6, but I only packaged 5, something like that. But we now know a lot of guys are like, hey, I didn't get that stock. Well, it's in the picture we sent you, so it definitely went into the box. And they're like, oh, my wife opened it before I got home. I didn't realize it was there. So things like that kind of disappear. Upper receivers, there's a couple rifles mixed in here. Long guns don't have to be stored in a cage, only handguns do. But as you can see, there's, just on these shelves right here, there's a few hundred products. Lots of Air Precision uppers. We carry a lot of Air Precision. If it's a popular brand, we try and carry something from them. Like I said, we're all shooters, so if there's a brand that I like and we don't carry it, there's a good chance I might just have us carry it. That way I can get it, for one, at a discount, and two, use it because we like it. Even if nobody's asking us to carry that, and if it's something that we like and we support, we want to be able to show those guys support by carrying their products. So you can see tons of Air Precision, tons of regular stuff here, and then down each row, every bin is a new product. So that is all different items. Let's see, we've got Trigicon sights, Mod Light, AK RS Regulate mounts, Sons of Liberty lower parts kits, Ghost Glock plugs. I mean, if you've ever been a kid in the candy store, this is the grown-up equivalent. If you said, man, I think I'm going to build an AR today from this aisle, there's probably something in here that you could build an entire rifle from just this aisle. And not just a rifle, but probably a pretty good rifle. Everything we do, like I said, is in these bins. So he'll get an order coming on the screen, he'll scan the bin, pick the items, scan the items, and put it back in this bin. And each bin holds 6, and you'll see as we go that usually our line is filled with them. Every bin though is 6 orders. Super cool. Tinny, Glock triggers, ballistic range barrels, swamp box optics, Duramags, strike stabilizers, SROs for the guys who like SROs. And you can see there's not a ton of empty bins. We do our best to keep things that sell selling. So we definitely want to have all those products, and part of customer service is having the product in stock to begin with. A lot of people don't think of that as customer service, but it is. If my guys come here to buy something, I want to have it for them just to buy. And this is all the pallets of ammo. So, like I was telling you guys earlier, you know, there's probably 3 million rounds-ish, maybe a little more or less, just here in this little section. During COVID, in that first month when Ohio closed down, I have a picture. I'll maybe find a picture. We had 3 pallets out here with a handful of boxes on. It was like 222 Remington and just another couple like silly calibers that people don't usually buy. But all of these pallets were empty, and it was freaking crazy. Our guys weren't even unloading pallets to put things back here. They were literally just taking it off the pallet as it came in. We were one of the few companies that were very transparent about how we did our ammo during COVID. Pretty much when COVID hit, everybody in the country was like, my ammo prices went up, it's $42. And it's great, it actually did go up, but it didn't go up that much, and it didn't go up a bit. So we did our best to keep our prices. I think for that first 2 months of COVID, what we sold at the normal price. We were selling Wolf Steel for like $5.99 a box for 9mm. It was still $3.99 a box for 223 and 7.62. And the highest we ever got, I think was maybe like $22 a box, and that was because we were paying $20 a box. But we got to that price when we actually started paying that price. We didn't start charging that price ahead of time. We put out a video probably 3 or 4 months into COVID explaining that, and people were like, man, that's crazy. Everybody else in the country, if you were selling ammo, you were charging $40 a box.
So you're here for the consumer, not just the pocket.
100%.
You know, the pocket's going to come if you're there for the consumer.
Correct.
And it's all about the end product.
We've been around long enough that, you know, we remember a few other companies during other elections when Cheaper Than Dirt Ohio was selling magazines for $100 and things like that. And it's like, man, you know, I want to say that the gun industry remembers that, because I sure as heck do, but the average new consumer doesn't remember that. The guys who's just looking for a deal don't remember that. So, like I said, we are a family-sized company doing big things, and we try and stay as morally straight as we can. So hiking our ammo prices up when we paid $4 for it to $40 isn't the right thing to do, so we're not going to do that. As time went on, yeah, the ammo prices increased, and we did our best to still stay as low as possible, but I think we ended up hitting like $22, maybe 25 on some ammo, but one, it was rare that we were even getting the ammo. You know, we've had connections with these guys for 25 plus years, so we were one of the few companies that continued to get ammo during all of COVID. I want to say that year, New Year's Eve, we did a huge ammo drop where we put up like 10 pallets of 9, 10 pallets of 223, and it like broke our entire website. We were trying to fix things all night. We sold out of all of it. So if you can think selling out of like close to 6 million rounds of ammo at night, our guys came in after New Year's ready to
Talking about a buddy of mine the other day, because he brought up Arsenal,
yeah.
right? I was like, man, I'm still mad at them. He said, why? I said, well, you know, we don't have 7 and 6. Why can't get it imported anymore? He said, no. So, well, we're not allowed to have penetrating rounds from pistols. I said, Arsenal made that damn, 5.45 AK pistol. Bam, gone.
We have a
Kidding me?
strangely high, 2 pallets there, 1 pallet there, pallet there, half a pallet there, some up there. This is just our overstock. Before COVID, this giant beam right here, there used to be a wall, and it kind of separated the warehouse, and we used to have all warehouse that way, backstock this way. We kind of outgrew that a little bit, so we took down that wall, rearranged the warehouse. The warehouse actually used to flow the other direction, and we just made it different, made it more. I don't know if you guys have ordered anything from us lately, but if you order before noon, your order probably ships out same day. And we don't like advertise that, we just do that. Anybody who's like willing to say, we advertise 2-day shipping. Cool, that's because you're charging them somewhere in there for that like little bit of extra work they're gonna have to do. We just do it. We don't make any money on our shipping. All our shipping costs are straight what the provider is charging us. Most people will hide like 20% into the shipping. That way, if there's a discount or something they gave you, they're not actually losing any money. Ours are typically just straight across the board. Whatever the shipping service charges us, what we charge. Something cool. You saw Dustin. He's kind of a big guy. He walks a lot, but he's still for some reason a big guy. So Dustin's down there in the first aisle, breaking his back, loading up cans of ammo. He can just grab the conveyor, slide it all the way down, and then he can stand there at the pallet, scan the order, scan the item, put a tag on it, slide it down, and it makes its way all the way down here onto the line. Our guys are literally, it is what, 11:35, and this thing was full this morning, so they're down to a handful of buckets on the line already. We tend to stay pretty busy. We have 6 shipping stations, so every package that leaves this place is packaged by one of 6 guys. Like I said earlier, Primary Arms has a team of people on the floor, which is cool, but I guarantee you these guys, they care a little bit more than that. And it's cool because not everywhere else has this. When we get these in, we don't have to compete with other places to say, oh, we got them at $5.99, they've got them at $5.29. We pretty much, what we say is the price, and we try and keep them priced to move because we get so many of them. So these are actually going to be going in our email tonight. These were Glock 41s, Gen 4s. I can't tell you the last time I saw a Glock 41 police trade-in. So this is like the long slide 45 caliber. Crazy cool gun. I'm not sure what department was running long slide 45s. Kudos to them. But police trade-in guns are usually carried a lot, shot little. So if you can see, there's like a little bit of wear on the slide. Usually, if the officer's right-handed, there's wear on the right side from the seatbelt and stuff like that. But very rarely, if you drop the side here, you can see that the actual wear marks on the barrel are not actually, bad. So it's really cool. Police trade-ins are a great value in the industry. A lot of people think police trade-ins are going to be beat up or dog crap.
I just wish they weren't all 40s.
Yeah, a lot of them are 40s. Usually the police departments follow whatever the DoD is doing. So if the DoD is going to 9, switching to 40, then most of them are going to follow suit in some way, shape, or form. Usually when this is laid out, Steve, how many guns do you think we can fit on the whole thing when it's empty?
When it's empty, I could probably get 250, 300 if they're that size of a pistol case.
It's really cool. We just had the Bushmaster carry angles come in, and we sold out of those yesterday. We're running here for like 6 hours. But when you've got, this is handguns laying this way. When you've got rifles that are just piled on this table, going lengthwise, you can fit like 500 rifles. It's super cool when you're like, man, 500 carry handles on the table? What dream am I in?
That's gonna be pretty impressive sight to see.
Yeah, we always post those videos on social media when we get them, just because it's a super cool thing to have. And just like very rarely when are you gonna see 500 guns.
Yeah, I saw those Glock 45s you guys posted went pretty dang quick.
Yeah, these are MVP 2.0s, so these actually look really pristine. We were super happy with these. These have like almost no finish wear, very little frame wear. All come with the boxes. A lot of times the police trade-ins don't come with boxes. When we get these, they're in like a little Dora the Explorer Ziploc baggie and they're thrown into a box. And they also don't come with magazines all the time. A lot of times you buy the magazines separately. And everyone's like, oh, well, the gun came with 2 mags. Why aren't you including 2 mags? And it's like, well, I can charge you another $40 for the extra mag. Or if you already have mags, you can just have the mag that comes with the gun. So a lot of times we're buying the gun and putting it in the sticker in it, doing whatever, and sending it back to you over the week.
What's something like this?
So I believe it's like $250. We have like a couple different offerings. We have like just a double undercut if the guys want double undercut ton.
Yeah.
We offer single undercut, and we offer like a deluxe package. So for a deluxe package, it's $250, and then if you can think about wanting it on your frame, we can do it. Torn is done every one of my personal handguns. Here's a pallet, well, half a pallet or half a box of Anderson lowers. Usually, when the holiday hits, we'll have an entire pallet of Anderson lowers here, and we'll probably change that out probably once a month. So I think we go through about 5,000 Anderson lowers a month. Lots of These are the last police trade-ins that we had in. These are the 320 Leo trade-ins, Foxtrot Mike guns, Sons of Liberty pistols, Aero Precision Kel-Tac, a different SCT frame, and as we go, just literally hundreds and hundreds of handguns, blowers, lots of cool things mixed in, SIG fire control units, PDPs, optic cut, tac packs, HK 416, 22 long rifles, MP tac packs, SP5s. There aren't a lot of people that have SP5s in stock right now. I think I got 3 of them there. Some crazy cool SIG 1911s, 320 AXG custom series, shadow systems, you name it. It's a cool gun. Hopefully we've got it. This is how police trade-ins usually show up. So I know the ones in the back were all in boxes, but we literally get the guns in like a Dora the Explorer lunch bag or Ziploc baggie, and they're just thrown into a box. We take them out, check them over, we put them back in bubble mailers. A lot of people complain like, "Oh, I didn't get the box with mine." Well, we didn't either, so there's that. Looks like we've got some cool pythons, some IWI. It's a King Cobra, I like. But everything is just located with a shelf code. With our inventory system, they can't really pick it wrong. So they just pick if someone orders a Glock 23 Gen 3, we just grab the first one off the shelf. We don't offer a hand pick anymore. We make sure they're all the same grade. That way we don't have to offer a hand pick. You shouldn't have to pay more for a good looking gun. We're just going to give you all the good looking guns. 19X we talked about. But yeah, not the crazy coolest thing, but if you're into lots of cool firearms, then it's like a candy shop again. Due to watch the video that I put in the feed for the item that we made that tells you all the things I want you to know about the product. So a lot of times when I go to YouTube myself, I'm looking for an unboxing on things because I'm like, I want to know what comes in the box. I want to know what's there. I don't really necessarily need someone else to shoot it because I don't really care about how they shoot. I know how I shoot. So in here, the idea was every new product, we want an unboxing video. A lot of people email in and call like, hey, does that come with 2 mags, 3 mags? What we got? Even though the ad says that. They want to ask, they want to hear it. So in the past year, we have made close to 1,200 YouTube videos. They're short, 3-minute and under unboxings on as many products, every new product that's come in. So we've had at least 1,200 new products come in. And to do that, me and my other guy James, he comes in, sees the new products, pulls them out. We usually have this set up so where he can just flip a switch, all the lights come on, hit record, and all the things, and just start busting them out. We sell so many products that it's really hard to be like, hey, I like this product, but I don't like that. So we keep it as like straightforward as possible. Hey, this is what the manufacturer says about the product. I like the way it feels in my hands personally, or I don't like the way this feels. If we're given to give a company or a product a dedicated video, we want it to be about that product. So I'm not gonna like do a Gideon optic review and then bring in an RMR and compare next to an RMR the whole time. We might do that in a different video where we compare multiple optics, but for that product, I want to answer as many questions as possible about that optic. You're on that optics product page, which means you were interested in buying it. Let's answer as many questions. Okay. So we originally started doing interface stuff for ourselves. We really just wanted cans. We didn't want to have to deal with the paperwork. Selling them to everybody else. Then we got really big into cans because everybody here just decided they needed 12. So we all just started buying cans like crazy. So in order to get those cans at a discount for ourselves, we just started becoming dealers with Silencer Shop, and then now we're dealers with Dead Air directly, Aero Precision directly, and stuff like that. For the most part, this is the barest I've probably seen it in years. And that's good because it means these cans are being approved. Anything on this side is a Silencer Shop can, so I mean, all the Dead Air or Griffin on it. This used to be one specific shelf, and we just keep adding more and more shelves.